WWE stars to join new Roman Reigns Bloodline faction. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jennifer. Have a nice day. For the WWE family latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Thank you. After almost 3 months away from WWE television, Roman Reigns made his dramatic return on the July 14th episode of Raw, immediately targeting Paul Heyman's new clients, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. While Reigns has reformed his allegiance with JUSO ahead of a big tag team match against the two Brawns at SummerSlam, the OTC could potentially be forced to go a step further and rebuild the bloodline, especially if Seth Rollins makes his return to action. Signing with WWE in late 2024, fans have long speculated as to when Lance anoa'i would finally show up on WWE programming. While anoa'i was reportedly injured around the time he signed, 8 months have now passed, so one would expect he should be nearing a return. Although the former MLW star signed with WWE as a member of the NXT roster, we've recently seen the likes of Hikuleo, JC Mateo, Tongaloa, Tama Tonga, and Jacob Fatu all bypass the developmental brand and debut directly on the main roster. In what would be a nice callback to when anoa'i had a brief spell on WWE TV in 2019, perhaps he can provide some much-needed backup to Reigns as he continues his feud with Rollins' group, rather than becoming involved in the Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa story on SmackDown. On the latest episode of WWE Raw, Paul Heyman, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed confronted Roman Reigns. Following the OTC1's return last week, this was the first time the trio faced him in a verbal standoff. While the encounter led to a breakdown in communication and Rollins' group was seemingly fractured, fans noticed a small but potentially telling detail, a minor incident, that may hint at who might leave the group and who could replace them. During the confrontation, Heyman asked Reigns to join and lead the group due to Rollins being out with an injury. However, moments later, Breaker took the mic to tell the OTC1 to leave. This contradiction added complexity to the story. Heyman wants peace and envisions the OTC1 leading the group, while Breaker opposes the idea. This could be a pivotal moment for the former Intercontinental Champion. WWE has portrayed him as someone who doesn't always follow orders like Reed does. This subtle dynamic might be the beginning of a shift. Fans also noticed that Reed, not Breaker, was given the Money in the Bank briefcase to hold. WWE could shift the narrative to have Heyman replace Breaker with Reigns, resulting in a trio consisting of the OTC1, Reed, and Heyman. Upon Rollins' return, a reversal could occur, with him teaming with Breaker, setting up an intense rivalry. However, Reigns has already stated he won't join the group and instead will face them at SummerSlam. These are all speculations at this point. Breaker has been the standout performer in the stable during Rollins' absence and continues to draw comparisons to Brock Lesnar. Currently part of Rollins' faction, Breaker is managed by Heyman. Many fans, however, are eager to see him work independently with Heyman by his side. While Braun Breaker possesses solid mic skills, pairing with Heyman could elevate his intimidation factor. Fans envision him as a dominant, quiet force with Heyman speaking on his behalf, a dynamic that has worked in the past for other superstars. Breaker has earned praise for his performance on the main roster. Not only has he proven himself, but he's shown that he belongs at the top. A title push, whether for a mid-card or main championship, could be on the horizon. His popularity with fans and in-ring ability suggest he may be WWE's next breakout star, with or without a faction. Former WWE Women's Champion Ronda Rousey is once again making headlines, this time for her post-pregnancy transformation that has fans buzzing about a possible return to the squared circle. On Thursday, Rousey shared a new Instagram video that quickly went viral across social media. The clip shows the UFC Hall of Famer back in training and looking impressive just 6 months after giving birth to her second child in January. Captioned simply, "6 months postpartum? The work continues." The video highlights Rousey's trademark focus and athleticism, sparking renewed speculation about what might be next for the former Raw Women's Champion. While Rousey hasn't competed in WWE since departing the company in 2023, she's remained active in combat sports, participating in judo competitions and making surprise appearances on the independent wrestling scene. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, There is internal interest within WWE to bring Rousey back for a potential high-profile run, especially as the company continues to elevate its women's division. In past interviews, Rousey has praised Paul Triple H Levesque's creative direction, citing improved storytelling and a clearer vision compared to previous leadership. A return under the current regime could present an appealing opportunity for the former champion. Whether it's in WWE, MMA, or another arena, Rousey continues to defy expectations, and her latest training video may be a sign that the next chapter is closer than expected. Stay with PWMania.com for breaking news and exclusive updates on Ronda Rousey and the future of WWE's women's division. Ronda Rousey announced the birth of her second baby, Liko'ula Pawamahina Kaipiha Brown, on January 9, 2025. While many take a step back at this point in life, Rousey continues to push forward. She showcased a remarkable physical transformation over the last 6 months. A before and after clip on social media credited nutritionist Dan Garner and mixed martial artists Ricky Lindell, Ryan Benoit, and AJ Matthews for supporting her journey back to peak condition. On Instagram, Rousey noted she missed feeling strong and capable and speculated whether her rapid recovery might have been influenced by this being her second childbirth. Rousey, once a dominant competitor in the UFC, had 2 significant stints in WWE, between 2018 and 2019, and again between 2022 and 2023. Her debut year received high praise, while her later return was met with more mixed reactions. Since stepping away from wrestling, she's voiced frustrations about her previous experience in WWE, which impacted her public image. It's uncertain whether she'll return to the ring in the future. Rousey's announcement ahead of WWE's SummerSlam caught many by surprise, with notable figures such as Charlotte Flair and Nikki Bella offering heartfelt reactions ahead of the major event in New Jersey. Although the birth of her second child initially seemed to sideline any return plans, Rousey resumed training just weeks later and has steadily worked her way back to full fitness. Recently, the former Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion shared a significant health update ahead of SummerSlam. She revealed details about her physical progress and how returning to MMA-style training improved her recovery and overall wellness. "I've heard recovery for the second baby is easier than the first, so maybe it's partially due to that," Rousey wrote on Instagram. "But being able to train MMA again made such a huge difference. My joints feel stronger and I feel healthier compared to only doing standard gym workouts like I did after my first pregnancy. It's been fun finding joy in training again. I missed it. My body missed it." WWE stars including Charlotte Flair, Nikki Bella, and Natalya responded with positive messages, while her husband Travis Browne and several other MMA and wrestling figures have also supported her journey. Ronda Rousey had a strong run during her first WWE stint under the old creative direction. However, her second full-time run from 2022 to 2023 didn't resonate with all fans, and she exited the company after SummerSlam 2023. In a recent interview with WrestleZone, Rousey reflected on that period, mentioning the challenges she faced working under the former regime. She cited frequent last-minute changes and a stressful work environment as major issues. Now, back in training, time will tell whether she considers a return to WWE under its current leadership. Unlike the Gunther/Punk segment from earlier in the show, this segment really sold SummerSlam without the match even being made official. From what we saw here and last week, the match we're getting there feels inevitable. In the year since he's technically been a babyface, this was the best promo Roman Reigns has done in that role. From saying he's still the tribal chief because the people acknowledge him, to mentioning that he's been busy at home raising the new bloodline, it was hard not to root for him throughout this. While Breakker's promo was short and perhaps not as strong, it was wise to give him the opportunity to speak. He won't improve unless he gets chances like this. As big as Reigns versus Breakker would be, there's no need to rush it. With Reigns' relationship with Jay and Jay's issues with Breakker Reed, a tag team match at SummerSlam is the best direction. It'll be a fun match and give Breakker Reed a chance to shine in arguably the biggest spotlight either has had at a premium live event. Whether due to Reigns' star power or the strength of these segments, this tag match feels more must-see than either of the title matches on the card. With the talent involved, it's sure to be one of the most talked about matches from the show. After Rusev defeated Sheamus 3 weeks ago by pulling him into an exposed turnbuckle, the two faced off again this week. As Sheamus jumped off the top rope, he was caught with a kick to the face for a near fall. Rusev then locked in the accolade, but Sheamus made it to the ropes to escape. Rusev once again exposed the turnbuckle, but this time it backfired. Sheamus countered and slammed him into it. As the referee was distracted, Rusev grabbed Sheamus' shillelagh, but Sheamus quickly responded with a brogue kick to win. Much like their last match, this was another strong showing from both men. With the series now tied, a rubber match makes sense and deserves proper promotion. While it could happen at SummerSlam, the timeline feels too short. A better option would be Clash in Paris, where they'd have more time to build the story, and the international setting would add extra intrigue. Still recovering after losing the World Tag Team Championship, the New Day had a chance to re-enter the title scene in a triple-threat #1 contenders match against the Creed brothers and the LWO's Joaquin Wild Cruz del Toro. Joaquin Wild had a strong run after a hot tag until Ivy Nile pushed him off the top rope. Dragon Lee tried to help, but was attacked by El Grande Americano. The Creeds confronted Americano, suspecting it's not Chad Gable under the mask. That distraction allowed Del Toro to hit a corkscrew on the Creeds. Wild dodged a midnight hour from the New Day, tossed Xavier Woods out of the ring, and rolled up Kofi Kingston to win the match and a future title shot. Even for one night, this match gave the Raw Tag Team division a needed boost. While everyone looked solid, Wild Del Toro stood out most. Their win sets up a potentially great match against Finn Balor, JD McDonough. Still, this shouldn't bump the SmackDown Tag Title match off the SummerSlam card. While Raw's tag division has shown flashes of promise, there's still work to do before it feels truly compelling. This week, Dominic Mysterio was scheduled for a medical evaluation to determine if he could defend his Intercontinental Championship against AJ Styles at SummerSlam. Throughout the night, Styles disguised himself as a valet and a janitor while keeping tabs on Dominic. After Dominic was accidentally kicked by Raquel Rodriguez during her match, an EMT checked on him, only to reveal it was Styles in disguise. Later, as Styles waited outside the doctor's office, Dominic ambushed him and showed a note confirming he was cleared to compete, saying he'd see Styles at SummerSlam. Though the match felt inevitable, this angle added some humor and momentum to the build. Styles was great in his undercover roles, particularly as the EMT. Delaying the match ended up being a good call, letting the story grow beyond its initial spark. While Styles may not win the title, he'll help elevate Dominic with a standout performance. Even in the twilight of his career, stories like this showed just how much value Styles continues to bring to WWE.